Hey everyone, and welcome back for a game audio tutorial. I've been getting some questions recently on my Mega Man X YouTube video and just from some of my friends about how I isolated the different instrument tracks on that video. So I wanted to walk you through that today and hopefully explain that, and you can mess around with this yourself. So first thing you want to do is get this software that I have up right now. It's called Audio Overload. You can get it on Windows or Mac. This is the Mac version here. The Mac version you can get on the Mac App Store. And the Windows version, if you just Google Audio Overload, you'll be able to find it pretty quickly. Now, Audio Overload allows you to play chiptune files. Chiptune files are essentially different types of files that are digital copies of the original chips that games were printed on. So these come in a wide variety, of course, because there's so many different platforms that games were printed on: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, you take your pick. And Audio Overload can accept quite a lot of them. And this is what I used to actually record those Mega Man X sound clips. So we're going to load up, for consistency's sake, this Mega Man X chiptune file that I was able to find and download online. So if you click this real quick, you'll see this whole drop down. And the drop down is all the different songs from the Mega Man X soundtrack. Now, they're unfortunately not labeled right at first, but if you double click them, you'll actually get some of the metadata over here in the system section, and it will, of course, also start playing. So let's check this out. Awesome. So in the, over here you can see this extension .spc. Now this is important because, like I said, Audio Overload can accept quite a few different chiptune types from different platforms. So if you go over here to channels, you'll notice that there's all these checkboxes for different channels on different various platforms and different by extension, different chip sound files you can load. For instance, you can see here like GSF Game Boy. So GSF is the file extension for Game Boy chiptunes. Down here, I'm pretty sure NSF is for the original Nintendo. But relevant to this, we're going to go to SPC. So there's channels 1 through 8. So obviously this part, it depends a bit more on like what you're trying to listen to, each part separated. But for this, because it's a Super Nintendo chiptune file, we're going to go with SPC. So basically, if we were to load up a song from the Mega Man X soundtrack and start unchecking some of these SPC channels, it'll start muting different tracks. Now, should go without saying that if we were to start unchecking things from like NSF channels while we're playing an SPC Super Nintendo file, it's not going to do anything. But let's take a look at this, or take a listen. So you can hear the different tracks and different instruments being muted. As I click, they start to come back in. Now, the tracks aren't labeled on a per instrument basis because every sound designer, composer from back in the day might have used the channels a little differently. So you're going to have to do a little bit of digging just to figure out where that instrument or instruments are in there that you want. Now, some other features they actually added to Audio Overload since I recorded that video, which are kind of cool, is we've got the speed and pitch modifiers here. These can get a little out of control, but they are fun. So let's just like pull this intro stage up again and take a listen. Oh my god, that's way too hectic now. Oh, that sounds so weird. That's great. And then I'm pretty sure Okay, I think this is... Oh, here it is. Save as wave. Okay, hold on. So, let's try to reset this back to 100. Unfortunately, you can't just, like, type in a number. I really wish that was a thing, and maybe the devs will do that later. So let's say we do this, right? And let's mute some of these channels. This is something cool I want to show you. And this is available on the Windows version as well to do this export. Cool. So we just have the bass and some guitar. Man, they really shifted a lot of stuff around on this just to make room for things. So here it says save as wave. This is super cool because, let me show you. Okay, well, I don't know where it's saved to. That's not helpful. Maybe it says in the preferences, or maybe it just went to applications, audio, overload. Huh. I'm gonna have to figure out where it's saved to. The point is, you can export these soloed out tracks as WAV files, which is super cool. So you're like, I want to like sample that bass sound and do something with it. Now you can. So I hope this was really helpful and that you found this interesting. So go out there, find some chiptune files, get audio overload, and start messing around with things. And if you have more questions, drop them in the comments, or if you there's other game audio topics you'd like tutorials on or just help with, just let me know, and be happy to help you out. But until then, I hope you have a really great day, and I'll see you next time.